Hey, everybody. Welcome to this very special live that I am doing today with Allison Maslan. I am so excited to have her here today to bring her all into my world and share her with you. So, Allison Maslan is the scaling expert, CEO of Pinnacle Global Network, and best-selling author of Scale or Fail. Allison was recently named one of the 10 women entrepreneurs to watch in 2023 by Forbes magazine. She is the Wall Street Journal bestselling author of Scale or Fail, which is endorsed by Damon John and Barbara Corcoran of Shark Tank. Allison's built 10 successful companies over the last 40 years. For the past 15 years, she and her team of CEO business mentors have helped over 150,000 founders and leadership teams scale their companies, fast track their success, and create more meaningful life through her company, Pinnacle Global Network, one of the Inc. 5,000 fastest growing private companies 3 years in a row. Allison has shared the stage with noted business leaders such as Richard Branson and Magic Johnson, and has been featured in Inc., Success, Fortune, Fast Company, and Forbes magazines. Is a regular contributor to Entrepreneur Magazine and a featured expert on ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, and Fox across the U.S. She's also the host and producer of the SCALEit Method podcast. Allison, so excited to have you here today. Welcome to this live.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here too, and just support your connections, your business owner connections on how they can scale their company.
Absolutely. As a member of the Pinnacle Global Network, I have experienced firsthand your brilliance, the mentor's brilliance, and what it takes to scale. And I'm loving every minute of it. And so I have to share you with my people.
Oh, so kind of you. I am so happy to be here. Thank you.
You are welcome. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what you do and specifically the SCALEit Accelerator Series. But first, tell me a little bit about your personal journey. What led you to become an expert in scaling businesses?
Yeah, Sophie, I have been a business owner most of my life. I grew up in a very entrepreneurial family. And so just always assumed that I would have my own business. I was also not very good at holding a job. So let's just say then it became like, I got to figure out this entrepreneurial thing. So when I was in college at 19, I started my first company. I was writing poems for birthdays and anniversaries, and that evolved into running a advertising and PR firm. And this was in the early, kind of mid 90s. And then from there, I learned a lot you know my story of kind of crashing and burning in that first business, really not understanding how to scale, how to build a team, how to be a leader, all of those things that are so important as you grow and scale a company. Otherwise, the business runs you into the ground, because it's all consuming, and it doesn't have to be that way. And so once I figured that out, I went on to build 9 more companies over the last 40 years that I've just loved, every single one of them. But this one, I think, really stills my heart. We're going on 16 years now with Pinnacle Global Network, mentoring CEOs all over the world, and really just helping them to not only scale their business, but to have a life and to be able to have time with your family and have time with people that love you. Like as we're approaching the holidays here, not to be thinking about that you're going to be working 24/7, that you actually have a team managed company that can flourish without you there.
Definitely. I love it. And that speaks to my heart. I have been speaking to that for many years in my world of business, what I do with my clients. and for myself, because I learned the hard way, kind of just like you did. I didn't crash and burn quite as hard as you did, but I do have my own crash and burn stories. So I know what it's like to just work yourself to death and not really be able to be in your genius and have a life and all of those things. So it's fascinating. One thing you've said time and time again that just really it boggles my mind is you say that scaling a $50 million company is actually easier than running a $5 million one. Please tell me why this is, because I'm sure there's many people out there going, excuse me?
I know. And I'm sure for most people it would seem counterintuitive, and it definitely catches your attention. And for some of you, you're thinking, well, I would just like a $5 million company. So I think the point of it is that whatever level that you're at in your business growth journey, sometimes we feel like I don't want to grow bigger because I'm already so maxed out. And if I add anything more to my plate, I'm going to combust. Well, that just comes from root effort and struggle. And if you're really going to scale, it is about creative strategy. And that's what the SCALEit method is all about, is clear-cut steps to actually get you out of the day-to-day so you can be the visionary CEO of your company. And if you think about, like, for Amazon, for instance, with Jeff Bezos, he was always focused on 3 years out, and his team focused on today. And I know for some people, they might think, well, I don't have the money, Allison, to add all these team members. But if you're doing it strategically, every single member of the team should be fueling the growth of the company. So when you build this company strategically, by the time you're at that 50 million, like this thing, it doesn't even need you at this point. You're just focused on whatever you want to create next. You want to start another business. You want to go live in Bora Bora for whatever you want to do, you have choices. And even at that $5 million level, if you are setting it up correctly. And so I think the point of it all is it's about working smarter, not harder.
Absolutely. And I love that. And there's a lot of people say that, but they don't know how to explain it and whatnot. But I know you do. And I know it comes from the the most common mistakes you see business owners make. So tell us a little bit about those most common mistakes you're seeing in your experience with scaling companies.
Yeah, I mean, there are many, many mistakes we make, right? And we'll continue to. And I make mistakes all of the time, but I think it's, we learn and grow from those mistakes. We also need to give our team room to make those mistakes because that's how they learn as well. I think the number one thing that business owners struggle with is letting go. And it's a scary thing. I know. I totally get it. It's like nail biting. Are they going to get the project done? Are they going to meet expectations of the client? Is the sale going to go through? Is the delivery going to be made? All of those important things. And we think that having our eye on everything is saving the day. But then you're just creating this cycle of needing to be the hero to give everybody the answers. And then everyone becomes dependent on you. And you're actually choking the growth of the company. You think you're helping it grow, but you're actually doing the opposite. And you're creating a pattern that is just that hamster wheel, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can say been there, done that, have multiple t-shirts and
You're the president of the club, right?
I'm kind of the president of the club these days, but we all, we're all human. We all go through this. So tell me about your signature SCALEit method. I'm learning it, of course, as a member of Pinnacle and I'm going through the steps, but Let's hear it from your own mouth, your own words. Tell us about your signature SCALEit method.
Well, all those years ago, Sophie, when I had that implosion with that first business, I had many of my clients had thousands of employees, like Ben and Jerry's and Supercuts and Charlotte Russe at the time. And you didn't see the business owner standing over everyone like an orchestra leader. They were out building powerful relationships, joint venture partnerships, working on new ventures and so forth to take the company to a whole other level. And so I became extremely curious to understand, how was it that they were building a company that way? How was it that, what were the systems and processes they were using? What were the strategies they were employing? And this really was the beginning of the SCALEit method for me all those years ago. And so that when I went on to build these other companies, I said, okay, I'm going to make sure it's not dependent on me to create this success, because that's going to really limit the number of people that I can impact. So for instance, in Pinnacle Global Network, we have close to 40 mentors, as you know, and they've all built very successful companies of their own. So they're out serving our clients, and that way we can help a lot more people. And so the SCALEit method is really just the tenets of all the things necessary to have a scalable company. Strategic vision. It's all about where you're going. And it's super important to have a real clear vision that you are checking in with constantly, not just in January and December to see where you landed. Cash flow is the second pillar of the SCALEit method. That's all about, it's the oxygen of your business. It's everything. We need cash. It's driven by marketing, sales, and the organization of your finances. Then we have the alliance of the team, and that's all about having a team aligned behind the vision. Leadership is all about you and your own mindset and how you show up and communicate on the good days and even the tough days. And then execution is how everything rolls out, your accountability and your KPIs. And so in this SCALEit Accelerator Series that we're sharing, we're going to break all of this down on exactly how to align this with your business, all the steps that you need to take. And it really is the gift that we're giving business owners out there, because we don't want to see them struggle and have all of the pain and the heartache that business owners go through.
I love it. I love it. And there's kind of like three overarching foundations to the SCALEit method. Can you kind of go into those one at a time? Like, what's the first foundational element of it that you see as one of the biggest bonuses or pluses of your methodology?
Yeah, well, it's really important, first of all, is that you have a clear intention. That is your focus. What is it that you absolutely want to create in your business? And from my experience, Sophie, is that most business owners think way too small, right? And so that's one of the things we help you do, is to think much, much bigger. How do we 10 times that big focus of what you want to create? And then it's the framework. That's what we have, the SCALEit method. What are the strategies that we want to have you put into place? And then the third is the frequency. And you hear me talk about that all the time, but that's your own leadership. What's the vibe that you're in when you show up? And you want to have all of those things, your intention, your focus, your framework, and your frequency all aligned so that you can have the most powerful result.
I love it. I love it. And one thing that really you've mentioned this already, but I want to bring it really home, because I know for myself, I have never been in a program of any kind to help me with my business where mentoring is involved, having a one-to-one mentor. but it's also, you've got the method, the scale it method. And then we get one, I have a one-to-one mentor, and
Yes.
that is like so unique to me and was one of the biggest things I was so excited to be a part of. But then it's also a mastermind too.
Mhm.
So tell me how those three things, the method, the mentors, and the masterminding, all work together to bring your scale it method to life and help business owners like me and all those watching to really scale easily and sustainably without all the heartache.
Yeah, I mean, you really nailed it, Sophie. It is all of those things together. So, having that one on one mentor, for me, all those years ago when everything fell apart, I said, you know what? Life is too short. I want to get to my destination in the fastest, easiest way possible. I want to take the escalator to the top and I want to enjoy the journey. So, why wouldn't you, as a business owner, really want to work with someone that's been there and done it? And so they can just be by your side to say, okay, this is the next step. This is the next step. Oh, wait, watch out for that wall, all of that. And our mentors, like I said, they're highly, highly vetted, and they've created amazing success in their life. Some of them have had thousands of employees, even taken their company public. And so it's really an amazing team we have. I'm very proud of the team. And then the method is the scale up method. So, even though these mentors are amazing, we don't want them going rogue. We want to make sure that they're giving you everything you need. And so, and that's, we're going through a lot of that in the series so you can actually experience what the scale up method is all about. And then the mastermind is just exactly what the word says. I mean, mastering your mind, but it's when two or more people come together, it's like another brain comes out of that. And that peer to peer advisory, being surrounded with business owners in all different industries, all different business models, it helps you to think of your business and those solutions in new ways because you are actually experiencing how other people are employing those strategies. So you might look at someone, let's say in the beauty industry, and say, wow, the way they're handling their customer service, that would really apply to my finance business, right? Or that engineering company, the way that they are negotiating would also work for my recruiting company. And so, really, it's all those things together by having that mentor and having that method and the mastermind. Just the power of all those three coming together is life changing, really.
Absolutely. All right. So we've kind of alluded to the Accelerator series. Let's dive into that because that is your that is actually, it started today. It opened up today. So
Yes.
tell us how all of this plays into this Accelerator series that just launched today for people to get a taste of your magic. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, thank you. We are excited. We have been working on this for a long time behind the scenes. So I'm really proud of these episodes, is what we're calling them. It is a series. And so we are dropping the series today. And it's really just taking 20 minutes a day for this week, 20 minutes a day. That's it. I mean, even if you got to listen to it at 1 in the morning, you can find that 20 minutes, or maybe less scrolling on social media when we are wasting our time. And these episodes are really me sharing with you. I mean, I'm kind of giving you a high level right now, but really going deeply on how exactly, what are the steps that you need to take to multiply your growth, multiply the number of people that you serve, and really build that team managed company to run without you, not just run without you, but actually flourish without you, so that you can go on vacation and not have to be checking in, not have to be glued to your email. But then you get a text from your team saying, "Woo, we just had the biggest month ever and you're not even here," you know? And so that's really what we're going for here is because we know that by you having these strategies in your hand and seeing your business in a new way, it's going to help you reach your dreams. And that's really what this is all about, because this impacts you, your employees, your families, your customers, their families. Like the ripple effect is magnanimous, and that's the series is all about. So it's free, and you just sign up, and I believe we have a link, which is what is that link? It's scaleit.ceo/Sophie.
Yes, and I just dropped it in the comments. Hopefully it's pushing out to our channels here that we're doing, but that was scaleit.ceo/Sophie, Sophie. So, all right. So there's a few.
Sophie, for some reason, I'm not hearing you all of a sudden. Are you able to hear me? Well, I think you've got the link. Do you hear me, Sophie? Okay. I can't hear you for some reason. I'm not sure what happened, but the link, scaleit.ceo/Sophie. And the episodes you'll get for free this week, but it's only during this week or that the episodes are available. But I have put my heart and soul into these. We're giving you all of the strategies. You're going to absolutely love them, and share them with other business owners that you know. Go ahead and share this link as well. We are not going to be doing this again for a really long time because there's so much energy and effort going into this from our team. But Sophie, thank you so much for having me on today. And I'm not sure why I can't hear you. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I don't hear you, but I think we got the point across, and I think everybody got that. And thank you so much for having me today. And I'm looking forward to connecting with all of you that are listening. And I want to hear what you think of the episodes and how they are impacting your business. So scaleit.ceo/.